Previously on Alan Wake. I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Why, right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
E aí pessoal, tudo beleza? Aqui quem fala é Igor Altíssimo, galera. Vou continuar aqui a gravar o Alan Wake, mas esse vídeo só vai sair daqui a uma semana. Não vai sair na semana que eu tô gravando, vai sair na próxima, mas eu não aguento de curiosidade aqui, eu quero saber a continuação dessa história. Então vou continuar aqui Alan Wake aqui no meu canal. Os capítulos saem às quintas-feiras, tá? Quinta retrô. Então, muito obrigado a todos que estão assistindo. Se você estiver curtindo, deixa aí seu gostei, comentários, compartilhe com seus amigos, se inscreva no canal para acompanhar essa série, aperte o sininho para receber as notificações. Nós estamos aí também com série de Star Wars Jedi Survivor, várias outras coisas. Tem meu canal na Twitch, eu faço lives lá terça, quarta e quinta também, tá? Então se inscreva lá se você curtir. As lives são das 19 às 21 horas. E é isso que nós temos para oferecer. Vamos aqui continuar o jogo, que eu estou muito curioso aqui, porque a gente parece que finalmente acordou, entre aspas, né? Acordamos do pesadelo e estamos aqui numa clínica psiquiátrica, uma clínica para pessoas, né, com transtornos mentais. A gente tem que seguir o Dr. Hartman. No jogo a gente deu até um soco na cara dele e ele falou que a gente tem episódios esquizofrênicos, mas né, com certeza tem algo a mais além disso que que eu quero descobrir. Night Springs, The Video Game. Ah, é um videogame? Esse aqui, Death Rally. E aqui tem uma televisãozinha. Ele é um Xbox? Parece um videogame, não? Parece esquisito. E ali tem, parece um videogame e um jogo de videogame ali em cima. Estou jogando aqui Alan Wake, a versão remasterizada para o PlayStation 5, tá, galera? Estou jogando no PlayStation 5, né? Meio óbvio. Tem um mapinha aqui. Acho que não tem mais nada por aqui, não.
This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip. Except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
Ok, o que que tá acontecendo? Aqui a gente não pode ir. Aqui a gente pode ir. Ok, aqui tem um quarto, parece de um pintor. Com várias telas ali que a gente não consegue interagir. Ele vai pro elevador, mas antes Anderson. Também não podemos entrar ali. Aqui tem um urso meio esquisito. Um quadro também bem diferente. Outro quadro aqui, pintura bacana. Vamos pro elevador então.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Bem, o que ele tá falando faz sentido, né? Mas assim, no jogo tem mais alguma coisa além disso, né? O que é verdade, o que é real, o que é sonho. Desde o primeiro capítulo a gente está lutando contra... Olha o relógio de sol. Contra esses conceitos, né? Um relógio solar, da hora. Ok, doutor, vai, me explique mais sobre o conceito da minha doença.
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman obviously loved his own voice. His words echoed madly inside my head. I dug my nails into the palms of my hands to stay focused.
You need to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside.
Que isso?
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Tchau. Maluco, isso sim.
Scary, scary, scary.
Que é isso? Paciente aqui?
Emerson,
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay, sorry. Boo.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on
Elbow
video
strike.
games.
Ooh, yeah.
It's trash, of course, but it does
I'll get
involve
him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
La 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 la
E essa aqui canta. Deve ser cantora.
la la.
Não vai me explicar sobre ela, não, doutor?
The typewriter
Ah.
in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Ok, deixa eu pegar a garrafinha de café aqui. Cadê? Ok, continuar escrevendo a história. Cadê você, doutor? Tem muita segurança, a gente vai ter que passar por esse segurança em algum momento, tô sentindo. Boas-vindas à pousada Cauldron Lake. Estamos aqui para oferecer o tratamento especializado que você precisa. No entanto, lembre-se, peça que amigos e familiares marquem um horário de visita para que não interfiram na sua terapia e ou períodos de criatividade. Respeite a privacidade e o espaço pessoal dos outros pacientes, principalmente quando estiverem engajados em seus processos criativos. Seja paciente. Normalmente, nossos pacientes têm problemas criativos duradouros que não serão resolvidos da noite para o dia. Permita-se levar o tempo de que precisar. Lembre-se que seu tratamento é voluntário e elaborado especificamente para você. A terapia do engajamento e o método associado, o fluxo, funcionam melhor quando você está ativamente engajado no processo de moldagem deles. Em caso de dúvida, não hesite em expressá-la. Ok? Parece aquelas clínicas de repouso para pessoas muito ricas, né?
Killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Oh, that won't do.
A gente viu esse povo na lanchonete,
The
né?
power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head.
Ainda parece que alguém está explorando o nosso talento para alguma coisa, né?
But he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say,
You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm. The Anderson farm. Valhalla! We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message. Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
My head.
O que que é?
Zane could feel
Deve
the
ser um
bones
pergaminho.
taking form, shaping things. As he
Ó,
experimented, he
manuscrito,
imagined he could almost feel
manuscrito.
the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words. It was clearing up. Or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me. About everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, got any booze on you?
Yeah, no.
We
Sorry,
have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain. Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll. Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch. She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch. And my ravens. What were they?
Aquela mulher do véu.
Hag. She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does. We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god. Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake. Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other writer. She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you? Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid. Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit. So tired. Built the farm close to the lake. A place of power. We had parties there, man. You should go
Okay.
there and have a party.
Ok, vamos deixar os velhinhos aí. E vamos ver, volte para o seu quarto, que é a instrução, a missão do jogo, né? Só ver se dá para explorar alguma coisa. Parece que está tudo trancado. Tudo que eu tento abrir está trancado. A gente pegou uma página do manuscrito. The Creator's Dilemma, o novo e envolvente livro escrito por Dr. Emil Hartman, autor do best-seller Creative Flow, inclui suas técnicas revolucionárias, a terapia de engajamento, o fluxo, explicadas em suas próprias palavras, já disponível nas melhores livrarias do país. Aquilo que os velhos estavam falando lá, né, de alguém que rouba as criações dos outros,
Why don't you humor
parece...
Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
The doors were locked.
tô indo.
Hartman and the nurses would have keys, but there was no way to get my hands on them.
Made a contribution, and then we end up with mullets
É,
in there because they
parece que a mulher do véu estaria roubando. Eu tô com essa impressão de que as pessoas estão roubando a nossa ideia, nossa criação, né?
Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm
Hartman
getting
wanted me
much
to
better.
write. I knew I
think
couldn't,
I'm getting
but I figured
better.
I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a
Well,
hawk.
I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
E daqui a pouco a gente vai estar lá fora hoje de noite no meio dessa tempestade, porque esse jogo faz isso com a gente, né? Esse jogo é muito gentil com a gente. E ele tá pintando os monstros da escuridão, né? As pessoas dominadas pela escuridão. E o Hartman gosta disso. Então vamos subir aqui de volta para o quarto para escrever.
I'm not
O que
myself.
aconteceu?
It's hard to think. There's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
O Alan da TV está num lugar como esse, né? Aí de novo um QR Code. O que será que esses QR Codes abrem?
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Ok, a gente vai precisar disso depois, certamente. Emerson, a gente olhou esse quarto. Wake.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody, calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn hammer?
I don't know.
Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, wench.
Investiga o
Afraid of the
tumulto.
crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we? Well,
Ok,
things
vamos
are
lá investigar esse
unraveling
tumulto.
fast, aren't they? Ha ha! Nah! Ha ha!
Acho que a gente tem que descer a escada.
It's my
A gente tem que descer a escada. Peraí, página do
Hartman kept
manuscrito.
talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Não, o que será que aconteceu com a gente?
We're on a comeback tour, baby!
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Come out and face the music, Birch! It's time to pay the piper!
Ah,
Maybe you could come out and
de onde que ele conseguiu o
since you're so tough, Birch.
martelo, gente? O escritório é aqui. Destrancar.
The photo on the wall caught my attention.
Examinar.
In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
O sequestrador. Vamos olhar. Salve, Barry. Mas antes, a gente vai salvar você, Barry. Só deixa eu investigar
The markings on the
aqui.
tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Tem a Alicerina Alice.
Now, Mrs.
Oh,
Wade,
Deus,
can you
convolve.
tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes, and I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording. Hartman wasn't happy. Maud could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
Agora Hartman é bastante citado nos manuscritos, né? Vamos lá salvar o Barry e ver o que acontece.
Barry? Ow! About time! Barry, man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Agora faz sentido como que a gente veio parar aqui, né? Então, a gente caiu no lago, Hartman resgatou a gente. Drogou a gente, né, para fazer a gente estar mais suscetível a achar que era uma alucinação.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea.
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
A escuridão vai tomar conta do Hartman agora? Vai dominar o Hartman? Nossa, que bizarro. Peraí, mais uma página do...
When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach. To find a way out.
Ok. Ai. Meu Deus. Ele já tá quase sem vida. Vai, abre. Ele já tá quase sem vida e a gente, só por causa que a gente foi pelo caminho errado. Isso é mó injusto, gente. Ok. Meu Deus. Aqui, ó. Ok, vai. Ok. Escape da clínica, a gente tem que ir lá pra baixo, né? Meu Deus! Meu Deus, tô enxergando nada. Não tô enxergando. Não dá pra enxergar um caminho. Pra onde que eu tenho que ir? Oh meu Deus! Que diabo, eu já tinha tentado vir por aqui. Pra que eu gastei o sinalizador ali, hein? Tô enxergando nada do caminho. Estou enxergando nada no caminho.
He had no ambitions on that front, and he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here. damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Ok, como é que a gente passa? Não tem nada aqui. Tá trancado. Tem alguma coisa aqui? Tá trancado. Ah, meu Deus! Vai, corre, Alan! Meu Deus, tô trancado! A gente tem que atrair a bolota pra cá? Aqui, ó! Taca a porta. Meu Deus. Meu Deus, uma missão completamente suicida isso, viu? Missão completamente suicida. Deixa eu ver se tem alguma coisa por aqui. Ah, calma aí. Garrafa de café. Que parece que eu peguei todas as garrafas de café. Tô indo. A gente vai ter que voltar aqui, pelo visto. Ler. Suspenso, Lauren Miller.
I found the car,
1989.
but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Você me chamou aqui pra isso? Ah, você vai me dar você.
Look at the house, Al!
Meu Deus! Ok. Meu Deus, o portão tá possuído. Como é que eu ia saber que o portão tava possuído?
Let's get out of here!
Ok. Você tá de brincadeira, jogo. Você tá de sacanagem comigo, viu? Deve ser masoquista pra estar jogando esse jogo direto aqui hoje, viu? Domingo.
Al, hurry up! I can hear those evil guys moving around.
Calma, calma, você tá seguro. que será que tem por aqui? Meu Deus! Don't trust email. Não confie em e-mail. O que é e-mail? Ok. Página do
I
pergaminho.
stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size
Manuscrito, velho, eu vou me bater toda vez que eu falar pergaminho.
It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Pegar a munição. Pilha, pega a pilha. Ok. Deixa eu ver uma coisa. Não tem nada aqui. Meu Deus! O jogo está cada vez mais agressivo. Pera aí. Ok, página do manuscrito. Ah, eu falei correto, manuscrito.
He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Cara, é bem o clima de um suspense de Lovecraft, né? Porque dá aquele arrepio, dá aquela sensação de desespero, de desamparo, do terror psicológico. É horrível. Não sei pra que eu tô me sujeitando a isso. Ok. Achei que o portão ia estar possuído. Eu não ia com essa luz aqui, né? Munição. Maluco. Não, é o segurança. Meu Deus! Meu Deus! Meu Deus! Eu tô sem munição? Meu Deus! Meu Deus, eu não vou conseguir não. A gente eliminou os mapas. Pelo menos isso. Se agora vai dar. Aê! Agora tem que ver como é que a gente vai passar ali embaixo, né? Já acabou a munição. Ok. Meu Deus, jogo, me dá mais recurso, porque senão eu vou morrer aqui de novo aqui. E me dá mais recurso, jogo, porque tá foda. Aê, escopeta. Aí a gente tá brincando, né? Aí agora a gente tá brincando sério.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin, if only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Quem que é Mott agora? Mott no comando. Parece que a gente perdeu uma parte do pergaminho ali, tá fora da ordem. Vê que não, a gente não pegava exatamente na ordem, né? Mas mesmo assim, ali agora ficou exatamente uma fora da ordem. Também dá a entender que a gente tem. Meu Deus! Três? Você tá de joelho comigo, viu? Meu Deus! Vai! Cara, como que a gente sobreviveu a isso aqui, eu não sei. Eu não faço ideia de como que a gente sobreviveu a isso. Sinalizador, muito bom. Preferia munição para sinalizador. Meu Deus. O portão também tá amaldiçoado. Benzendo o portão aqui com luz.
For the moment,
Não.
Barry was just
A
glad
gente
he had
achou a
survived
outra
the
aqui, ó.
fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
O mundo explodiu. Pouco exagerado, né? Pouco exagerado. Ok, vamos ver o que a gente tem aqui. Munição de revólver, pilhas. Nada muito útil, né, jogo? Nada muito útil, mas é o que está nos mantendo vivo, né? Então eu aceito. Por aqui? Será que tinha aqui embaixo, hein? Nada? Nenhuma garrafinha de café? Meu Deus! Oh, meu Deus! Ok! Vem dançar? Vem dançar? Hã? Vem dançar aqui, ó. Tem alguma coisa aqui, ó. Onde que tá o tesouro, hein? Seta tá indicando pra cá. Ó, o tesouro aqui, ó. Isso aqui que eu quero, isso aqui que eu gosto. Recursos. Recursos. Isso aqui que é importante. Isso que nos mantém vivos. Ok, o negócio está indicando ir pra cá. Não foi daqui que a gente veio. Não. A gente veio, foi do outro lado lá. Mais recursos. O que é isso aqui? Isso aqui é novo. Ah não, é pilha. Garrafinha de café. Só ver o que tem aqui, ó. Tem página do manuscrito. Manuscrito. Pensei em pergaminho e falei manuscrito. Olha como eu tô inteligente.
The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down. Give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he'd had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Ok. Psicopata. Que psicopata!
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
É um milagre.
Maybe.
Barry.
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so,
Vamos, rápido!
Don't worry about it.
Como assim, não se preocupe? Você tá maluco? Não vai vir pássaro, vai vir as cambadas, tudo. Meu Deus! Não faz isso comigo. Que haja luz. Meu Deus! Meu Deus, vamos correr. Cadê? Não adianta ficar lá batendo neles, não. Aí sim, hein? Farol alto. Ah, ele pegou a porcaria do cartaz.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Que isso, a clínica foi toda dominada pela escuridão. A gente vai para a fazenda dos Andersons. O que será que ele espera que encontra lá?
You got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the
But
craziest.
maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out!
E ninguém tava de cinto, hein? Usem cintos, criança. Pode salvar a vida de vocês. Ninguém vai morrer porque isso aqui é um jogo. Mas é importante usar cinto nessas situações.
I had lost my
Cinto
gun
de
at the crash.
segurança.
Barry was
Ninguém,
nowhere to be seen.
ninguém morreu, mas olha o nosso estado.
Barry!
Tá vendo, criança?
Barry!
É por causa que a gente tava sem cinto.
Jeez, it's good to hear your voice. I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop. Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that. Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Al, there's something moving down here.
Barry, it's a take-it. Use a flare, Barry.
Yeah!
Barry, are you all right?
I'm good, Al. I'm great. Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
Ele tem um orgulho de falar que é de Nova York.
I'll be waiting.
Barry, just wait for
Ah,
me,
que
okay?
beleza, já vai sozinho, né?
Al, I'm not staying here. It's suicide. I'm going to the farm. I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Esses pássaros aí, essas merdas desses pássaros. A gente tá sem nada, hein, Bruno? Olha o que você vai colocar pra gente. Tô sem nada. Tô sem lanterna. Presta atenção que você vai colocar pra gente. Oh, meu Deus do céu, não adianta. Não adianta. Não adianta falar, né, jogo? Tem alguma coisa aqui? O que é isso? Não, eu corri esse risco todo para pegar a página do manuscrito.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson
Vamos ler,
farm,
né?
Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Cara, esse jogo dá um nervosinho. Meu Deus, jogo, eu não tenho nada. Maneira. Meu Deus. O jogo não maneira, né? A gente sem nada aqui, ó. Ele corre, ele perde o fôlego. Se esse jogo mandar pássaros, eu largo o controle e eu vou dormir. Sem condições. Ok, cadê uma luz? Tem manuscrito ali. Oh meu Deus! Como assim? Era uma ripa de madeira que estava faltando? Alan também é um retardado.
I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate.
Aqui, ó. Tá logo ali.
Agent Nightingale
Vamos ver
stared at the
o
past
manuscrito
outrider.
primeiro.
The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
Me prender por quê, gente? O que eu fiz? Tô tentando sobreviver aqui à noite. Ok, a gente vai virar isso aqui, né? Vai? Ok. Tinha que parar
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead.
O trem é mais
Facing the enemy
esquisito,
without a
ficava
weapon
mais
was
rápido.
dangerous, but I had no choice.
Nossa arma é a lanterna. Confie em ninguém no escuro. Bom conselho. Bom conselho. Ok, uma lanterninha sem pilha. Tá bacana, jogo, tá bacana. Vou falar é nada com você, viu, jogo? Tá bacana, tá bacana. Tá muito bacana. Meu Deus. Meu Deus. Ah. Eu desviei, cambada. Meu Deus, como vocês estão me acertando em meio? Oh meu Deus, eu fiquei... Não. Bando de filho da puta. Eu não consegui pegar a pilha, tinha pilha no meio do caminho, devia ter um tanto de item.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Cara, sem condições se o jogo deixar a gente... E a lanterna resistente, quero. que mais você tem aqui pra gente? Pilhas. Ok. Cara, esse jogo é sem condições, viu? E eu aqui na antecipação do Alan Wake 2, sofrendo aqui, né?
I would see the damage soon.
Tenha fé no seu colega. Ok. Portão liberado.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
Mas você já tá contando.
The dark presence
tem uma
followed the
faltando aqui.
choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Ok. Agora a gente tem mais condições, né? Esse aqui. Ah, eu tinha esquecido dessas porqueiras, dessas armadilhas de urso. Achei que era uma página. Achei que era uma página do manuscrito. Não, agora tem um monte de armadilha de urso. Corre, Alan, corre! Ok, pelo amor de Deus, vai rápido.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Finalmente. Finalmente. E tava foda, viu? Tava foda. Armadilha de urso. Meu Deus. Meu Deus, gente, sai do meu pé! Meu Deus, e tem mais um. Ah! Meu Deus, gente, sai do meu pé. Sai. Aê.
I could see the
meu
car, but
Deus.
there was no sight of the driver.
Que desespero. Deve estar aqui dentro, não?
Hello? Anybody here? Barry?
No! Danny, you're not! Please! What are you? No! Don't! I'm sorry!
A gente leu sobre isso num dos manuscritos, não lemos? Tenho quase certeza que a gente leu essa cena em um dos manuscritos. Mas deixa eu me equipar aqui pra ir ajudar o Barry lá, né? Se der pra ajudar.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. My buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy. Who wrote this crap anyway?
Quem escreveu essa merda foi a gente, né? Alan Wake. Grande escritor. Como que a gente sai mesmo? Cadê a porta?
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
Quem que é Zane mesmo? Ok. Então a gente agora sabe como que tudo isso começou, né? A escuridão pegou. A escuridão pegou a Alice para fazer o Alan escrever a história que ela queria, que para usar a história para se libertar, né, e ter poder e tudo mais, né, se libertar da escuridão.
I could climb out through the broken window. The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
E o Alan se colocou na história.
Probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
O Alan se colocou na história para proteger ela, né? Aí se a gente quisesse pegar todas as garrafas de café, a gente ia ter que parar agora e pegar aquela ali. Eu não vou fazer isso porque eu não estou interessado em platinar o jogo. Estou interessado em concluir e sair desse pesadelo logo. Não, mas o carro tá sofrendo para subir. É uma caminhonete, né? Meu Deus, calma. Meu Deus, calma. Olha a curva. Freia para fazer a curva. Reduz para fazer a curva. Ok, dessa vez foi até mais rápido eliminar os inimigos aqui nessa fazenda aqui. Vamos parar aqui, ó, que aqui deixa iluminado. Aí desliga o farol quando ele sai do carro. Pra quê? Você quer economizar a bateria? Ok. Obrigado, jogo. Agora sim. Agora sim foi útil os recursos. Eu peguei uns recursos ali no meio da estrada. Então ajudou. Acho que a gente tem que cair ali mesmo. Que eu não tinha visto da primeira vez. Ok, esse campo aberto aqui vai ter inimigo, né? É um campo aberto para ter inimigos aqui.
But it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
Ah, que da hora! Aí sim, hein? Show de rock é esse?
So glad you
Esse
decided
aí
to
que é
go
o
it
show de
alone,
rock.
Mr. Bronson.
Al! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a
Cara, aí sim.
This place is stopped! Al, hold on! I'm trying to get the stage lights on!
Aí sim, hein? Agora a gente tá brincando. Aê, isso aí que é cena. Cadê mais um inimigo? Meu Deus. Aê, sim! Isso aqui com uma lanterna. Olha esse farolete.
No, no, no! Why do you keep doing this to me? Do it for Barry, please, please, please!
Cadê o inimigo? Aê! Aê! Aê sim, hein? Agora a gente tá brincando. Recarga de cartucho. Meu Deus. Tá fora. No o tanto que tá vendo. Será que já não tem mais nada pra pegar? Meu Deus! Aí sim! Filho do Deus antigo.
Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
Cara, essa cena assim, esse combate sim foi da hora, viu? A gente pegou um lanternão aqui. Aí sim, hein? Aí agora eu senti confiança de que a gente vai sobreviver isso aqui. Finalmente! Que o jogo só me dava era trollado e pé na bunda.
See,
Deus só
bestseller,
tava
no
me
reason
dando
to
trollada
worry.
e pé na
Your
bunda.
cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time. We
Yeah.
need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
Ok, parece que a gente vai ter que subir ali para controlar aquilo ali. Tem uma escada aqui. Tem alguma coisa por aqui no chão? Tem alguma coisa aqui? Eu vou ficar olhando muito longe, não. Vamos subir lá. Vamos subir e ver o que tem lá em cima. Okay.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Ooh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Ok. Agora a gente tem o caminho livre aqui para entrar.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they? Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves, so how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
Sleep. We all spend a third of
Oh,
our
Night
dreams in a
Springs.
soft embrace,
Man,
somewhere
brings back
between
memories.
fantasy and
Hey, remember when I got you that gig?
But
Your
dreams
first
on the
real
way
writing
force
job. What got you
themselves
started?
into life,
Was this one of your
vice
episodes?
versa. In Night
Quieto, velho. Eu quero ouvir a história.
Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until his highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys. And they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat... Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
Oh, God help us, it's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wait.
O mundo é só o sonho de alguém. Se ele acordar, o mundo acaba. Cara, isso daria uma boa história de RPG de ordem paranormal, né? Eu tenho vontade de narrar uma história de RPG de ordem paranormal usando essas inspirações. Garrafa de café ali. Vamos subir então. A gente tem que ir lá em cima. Eu acho. Alguma coisa aqui, ó. Será que é parte do manuscrito? Página
It's
do manuscrito.
1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back. The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Yeah. Muito bem. O barco destruiu a porta. Vamos ver. Old Gods of Asgard, a turnê Ragnarok de 1975. Surpreenda-se com a ira e a fúria celestiais. 11 de abril, Seattle, Washington, né? 13 de abril, Barksfield, Califórnia. 14 de abril, Long Beach, Califórnia. 17 de abril, Nova York. 18 de abril, Newark, New Jersey. 22 de abril, Detroit, Michigan. 26 de abril, Jacksonville, Flórida. 27 de abril, Tampa, Flórida. 30 de abril, Nova Orleans, na Louisiana. 1 de maio, Baton Rouge, na Louisiana. LA não é Los Angeles, LA é a sigla do estado da Louisiana. Apesar que eles usam LA para abreviar Los Angeles, ali era a sigla do estado. Ok, 2 pelo preço de 1, troféu conquistado. Eu vou falando os troféus aí para quem tiver o interesse de platinar o jogo, já ir acompanhando aí os troféus que precisa, né? Você tem um troféu ali que é matar 2 inimigos com um tiro só. Cadê? Ok, ele morreu caindo no fio de alta tensão ali. Por onde, Barry? Eu tô aqui enfrentando inimigos da sombra e você já tá. Meu Deus, na hora que eu soltei um sinalizador ali, aí é sacanagem. Ok. Deus. Vamos só correr aqui, ó. Oh, meu Deus. Faz sentido a gente ficar enfrentando inimigo ali, não.
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Ah, os caras estão dopados numa clínica psiquiátrica. Você vai querer ajudar eles? Ó, você... E eles já estão velhos também, né? Você vai querer ser o... Esqueci o nome do... Eu sempre tomo cuidado. Subir mais.
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
Cara, que fazendeiro. Que fazendeiro maluco. Subir mais. Que barulho é esse? Que barulho é esse? É um rádio. E a gente tem aqui pilhas. A gente já tem uma lanterna. Acho que é a mesma que a gente tinha.
I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I'm just saying we got, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things seem relatively peaceful to me, but you tend to get a little...
Oh, it's wild, man. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, lighting, trouble.
As coisas estão pacíficas. Seu estúdio acabou de ser invadido pela polícia ontem.
I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
Pra que a gente chutou o negócio? Era só abrir, não? Cara, se esse trator aqui ficar possuído, se esse trator ficar possuído, igual aquela outra cena, eu sinceramente eu desisto. Imagina esse trator aí possuído. Você só pode estar de brincadeira mesmo. Meu Deus, você só pode estar de brincadeira. Meu Deus, eu cheguei pro lado. Aê! Aê, eu não acredito que a gente destruiu aquele trator. Meu Deus. Aê! Meu Deus, cara, nem acredito que a gente destruiu aquele trator. Até trombei no meu microfone aqui. Meu Deus, esse jogo tá de zoeira comigo, viu? Tem alguma coisa lá em cima? Parece que o caminho é por aqui. Dava pra gente ter vindo aqui, pô. Não, a gente tem que usar aqui pra passar, né? Pegar a chave do sítio. Colocou aqui trator. Era um arador, né? Mas não dá pra abrir, não.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me. Hang on.
Hey, let's go, man.
Calma aí, vamos ver se tem recurso aqui, que você não olha nada, né? Você nem luta. Só eu faço toda a luta. Ah, então espera, ó. Então espera. Empurrar.
Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Cara, isso aqui é uma loucura mesmo. Você tem razão, Barry.
Come on, one more gate. Let's do this.
Vamos ver o que tá escrito aqui. Os deuses antigos sabem a verdade. Isso aí também é verdade. Isso é bem verdade. Não os da mitologia nórdica, né? Eu sou mais da mitologia egípcia. Eles lá realmente sabiam a verdade. Sempre, né?
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box. The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
Ok. Acho que tá indicando que a gente vai ter que ir pro segundo andar.
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Deuses antigos sabem a verdade de novo. Página do manuscrito.
Alice's screams
A gente
rang
deixa
in the
uma pra
stillness of the
trás.
night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Ok. Gerador esse aqui.
Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Ok, tá vindo lá do primeiro andar.
That's gotta be what's her face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
Tem de garrafa de café por aqui. Tem aqui.
The record's probably just a little dusty, Al. Give it a little thump. I want to hear this song. Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
Certamente a melhor decisão dos últimos 3, 4 dias, né?
No, seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? Even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
A música é até boa. Cara, aquela parte dos roqueiros lá, daquela que combate com a música de rock no palco, os foguetes estourando, as luzes do palco iluminando o palco, e aquela música, aquela foi a melhor cena do jogo. Foi muito foda aquilo ali. Diver's eyes. A gente tá de volta no chalé. Vai ao chalé.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened.
Ok. Mas eu não tô conseguindo me mover. Eu tô preso aqui, ó.
Beyond this lost
Eu
memory,
não tô
there
conseguindo
was
me
nothing.
mover.
I had to follow the footsteps of my past self to find out what had
Ok,
happened that night.
saí daquele canto ali. Tava preso no canto do cenário ali. Fiquei preso no canto do cenário ali por um momento.
Alice would have never turned the lights off.
Descubra o que houve com você.
I remembered thinking, I caught a
Deus,
glimpse
vai.
of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crashed car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together.
Aí ele veio pra cá e ficou preso. Que é onde ele está preso, né? A escuridão tá mantendo ele preso.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her. Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do.
Então ela realmente morreu.
You can write her back.
E a escuridão convenceu ele a escrever a história.
She had Alice.
E aí ele vai usar a história para salvar ela, né? A Alice.
Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobwebs she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
Cara, e essa roupa aí toda iluminada para sobreviver à escuridão. Se ele escapou, quem que está escrevendo a história agora?
The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane.
Ah, ele já escreveu essa parte da história. Aí ele caiu, ele saiu de... Ah, isso é o passado.
I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Ah, agora eu entendi melhor. A história que... Não é que a gente está vivendo a história que ele estava escrevendo. Ele escreveu a história para fugir da escuridão, e a gente encontrou os manuscritos, né, dessa história, e a gente está fugindo da escuridão desde então. Nossa, cara, muito, muito bom esse episódio, revelou muitas coisas, e a gente se vê no próximo episódio, galera. Muito obrigado a todos que estão acompanhando, um grande abraço a todos, valeu, falou!
Searched in vain for his treasure lost, and too soon the night would fall, and only his own echo would wail back as his call. And when he swore to bring back his love by stories he'd create, nightmares shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake. And now to see your love set free, you will need the witch's cabin key. Find the lady of the light still raving in the night. That's how you reshape destiny. In the dead of night she came to him with darkness in her eyes. We're in a morning gown, sweet words as her disguise. He took her in without a word, for he saw his grave mistake, and vowed them both to silence deep beneath the lake. Now if it's real or just a dream,